Hello YouTube and fellow Star Wars collectors! In today's video, I wanted to share with you some of my latest pickups from my recent trip to Target. I'm always in the market for extra materials for my own world building needs, and luckily Target is having a bit of a clearance sale on all of their items. So I was able to pick up some stuff that is really helpful and just nice things to add to the collection overall. So if you live anywhere near a Target, be sure to go check out your local aisles, because who doesn't like a 50% off deal, especially when it comes to like some of these deluxe figures that have really good world building accessories, but they're a bit hefty in the price and maybe not exactly packed with the best figure. Also, who doesn't want extra figures if you're starting to customize or anything of that nature? But with that being said, let's take a closer look at some of these items and my future plans for them. And first up, we have a little bit of a deviation from the normal Star Wars collecting. We have some Jurassic Park stuff, specifically the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Velociraptor cage. This thing is definitely very cool. I already have one of these, and I found one randomly at Target when I was looking for other Star Wars stuff, and it was actually priced at $0. So I was hoping I would get it for that. I definitely didn't. When I checked it out at the register, I had to have, help and support come, and they basically gave it to me for the original sale price, which was like $20, which isn't too bad, but definitely a really good pickup. I'm really looking forward to adding some more of the crew members to my display for my Jurassic stuff, and just getting another one of these cages. Definitely a very nice world building accessory, and I just really like what they've been doing with some of the Jurassic stuff. But really cool set if you've never seen it before. Not too bad. Got, pretty basic packaging. The figures aren't quite as good as, the Hammond collection stuff in terms of like paint application and all that. But the main thing I wanted was another cage, because these are just really neat. And you can put other, critters inside of them, like the Nexu, and, maybe like doing a little bit of a different toy photography shot. And I want to have some like random cargo that's being sent to Jabba the Hutt's palace, and they gotta get this critter in there for some reason, So yeah, I just really wanted it for this. A very cool world building accessory in my opinion. And it pretty much like snaps together in like 4 different pieces. And yeah, the door slides up and down, which is really neat. Snaps shut, and you can see the critter inside. So yeah, pretty cool in my opinion. It's got some really nice detail as well on the floor, just like, that metal grating. And yeah, this is just one of the coolest things I've seen in terms of like 375 collecting in a long time, in terms of like a accessory. So definitely was worth it for getting another one of these and some figures. And next up, we have the Tusken Warrior and Massif from the Book of Boba Fett Deluxe set, which I was able to get for $13.99, which is a very good deal in my opinion. Now, this was originally $27.99, and already, that kind of price point does rub people the wrong way. And then on top of it, the pack-in character was the Tusken Warrior, which, don't get us wrong, we love that character, very essential to building out our displays. But if you want more than one Massif, then you got to get multiples of that character, which just makes no sense. You want to have an army builder in this kind of set. Hasbro absolutely should have gone for the regular standard Tusken that we saw in the 4-pack, or, even a Tatooine version or something like that, that would prompt multiple purchases. And that's why this one has been sitting around for a while, and now they're kind of clearancing them out, which I guess I'm happy to get more Massifs, but, it's also one of those things where I don't want things to look like the vintage collection doesn't sell or something like that, because this is a really cool set. It just wasn't treated appropriately. But also, deluxe sets are a bit pricey, and that does not really sell well with some collectors. But anywho, very happy to get one of these Massifs into my collection again. Well, 2 of them. So now I have a total of 3, which is great. This figure is pretty cool. Reviewed it in a previous video. It's got lots of articulation. Could have used a little bit more, maybe some like elbow joints and stuff like that. But it's a very nice upgrade to the previous one that we had in our collections. And yeah, it's just nice to see more beasts being added to the vintage collection. So very happy to pick up more of those. Then I have, now an extra 2 Tusken Warriors. And I already had 2 open, one from my previous deluxe set and one carded. So I've got a lot of fodder here for customs. I had been wanting to boil this figure up and pop the legs out and just try to figure out why Hasbro did not use the Obi-Wan legs that they used on the random Tusken Warrior or, standard Tusken 4-pack, and use these fin legs, which are just outdated. They don't have a swivel at the thigh, and just I've found posing this figure is okay. It just could be a lot better, especially given how agile she was in the show. So I kind of want to see what's going on there. Another idea I have is possibly finding extra raid Jakkus, since they will be the brown color, and making normal original trilogy Tusken females for like my display and stuff like that, or just ripping this apart completely and making some random like alien for my like town and diorama. But yeah, definitely not the best move putting that character in this set, but I'm definitely happy to see these for clearance and getting more massives into my collection. So if you want some more of these, be sure to check your targets because they are going on clearance. And finishing off my recent Target pickups, we have the Grand Inquisitor from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and Morgan Elspeth from the recent Ahsoka series. Both of these characters are part of one of the most recent vintage collection wave of figures, and yeah, I haven't seen the very latest wave, the Hera wave, in stores at all, but this is the one that I've been seeing in retail the most. It's been around for a little bit, it sells pretty well, but I think, maybe retail just got a bunch of that one for some reason. Regardless, I was able to get these for $6.99, which is a great deal considering that vintage collection figures go for $17 now. So I couldn't resist picking up some more of these just for extra parts. And, I'm always trying to make customs and random stuff. Like, for example, take Morgan Elsbeth, pop off her head, put a little bit of tack on in the figure's head, and just, there you go. You got a random female alien to hang around your town or whatever. And actually, right before I was taking a look at these legs, and these are great legs. Hopefully we're getting Asajj Ventress with them, but maybe I could use these actually for my Tusken Warrior upgrade if they end up working for me. So see, you got lots of options when you just have extra fodder sitting around. Same thing with the Grand Inquisitor. Really like the articulation on the legs. Just randomly put a Starkiller head on there. Maybe I'm going to make a Starkiller version of the Grand Inquisitor, or just, I've seen a lot of nice 3D printed kits to make you different versions of Starkiller's outfits from the game, so maybe that's something I'll use as a base and just see if that works out for me. But yeah, like I said, it's always nice to have extra figures or just options for making customs, at least when it comes to my style of collecting. So if you want some more of these, they're out there. Go check your targets. They're clearancing some of these things. So yeah, definitely worth a pickup in my opinion. I hope you've enjoyed this video and taking a look at some of my recent Target clearance pickups. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It really helps and is always greatly appreciated. Thanks everyone, and may the Force be with you.